Yo, hey guys, Ken Perryman here, back again with another product. I'm outside with my Jeep because it's really cool. You've probably seen it. It's a Bougie RV refrigerator. Let me make sure I'm talking to you about the right one. This is the CR Pro 20. What I love about this from the CR Pro 20 is your user manual comes with this added compartment. They have a battery that fits in here. It runs through the back side of this. Let me show it to you. You open it up. It actually runs through the back side of this, comes out, and connects right over here. They give you 3 different options to run power in here. So here it is right here. You can get their battery. The battery plug, of course, let's unwind this properly. It's only about yay long, so that you can plug in over here to the side, and it points towards the back. You plug it in, then you push this through here, plug it into that battery. You have now a total enclosed system that's running this refrigerator for, I think they say 6 hours, maybe even more, by itself with the battery pack that goes in here. Now, I'm going to pull this out. What it also provides your AC connection. So let's say you're traveling, you're camping, you go to the hotel, plug it into the main power, 120 volt power connection. And then in addition, they also give you, which I really like, the cool thing about a Jeep is that I have that plug right here. They give you this guy. This thing is huge. This will run from that, as we call it a cigarette lighter connection, from the front of your vehicle all the way back to this right here. Honestly, I can use a shorter amount of this to plug into this battery, or I have a 12 volt connection right there. Also, they give you inside the bag extra rubber feet. So if you knock them off, they give you a couple extra. That's pretty cool. All right, let me twist this down and show you more if you can see. You have your control panel here. I love that they give you this, you can peel this off, but it gives you the instructions on how to operate this, how to also switch it between max and eco mode. A lot of times you really don't need max mode. The only time you need max mode is if it's completely warm and you need it cold quick. That will put it at about 45 watts or so. Eco mode is 36 watts. We'll find out for sure, but that's the nice thing about this is you can do all of this through the controls. Set your temperature, plus or minus, set your setting button here, and then of course your power on button. Now, easy enough to do is since my battery has a cigarette lighter connection, I'm gonna plug it right in. The cool thing is I can also use the AC, doesn't matter. And it just beeped, and so did this. Sweet. This is consuming 35 watts currently, which means that this thing will be able to run for about 5 hours. Now, let me pop in my barrel plug that I'm charging, plug that in. It's gonna show that I'm bringing in about 38 watts, but I'm using AC. This thing effectively could run all day as long as I have sun. This refrigerator is running. I can hear it humming. The other cool thing about it is there's an LED light right here. Check this out. And it's got a magnetic lid. It's got a chain so that the lid won't go too far over. But also inside here, there's LEDs. I don't know if you can see them. My hand's in the way, but they're right here. They're lit up. So you can see what's inside the compartment. Now, getting into more details, now that this is running and cooling down, it's sitting at 48 degrees right now. It says 14.4, 14.5 volts. It does show your battery level. Now, this is because it's running off the AC, there's no battery level, but if you had the actual battery device in here, it would show you that level. Now, that's pretty cool. Magnetic, locks in pretty good. And again, what I said about the specs, this is a 20-liter refrigerator. Freezer, you can get this thing all the way down to -7 degrees. Now, we're gonna go ahead and go to this here. It is set to H in the power, and I don't wanna list this over too much because you need to keep it level. Let me see if I can bring this over just a little bit more. Never mind. Again, inside here, storage. Actually, I would recommend you put your power cables in here and lock it in. One of the tips right here, it says the refrigerator may be inverted during delivery. To ensure that you use this properly, the first thing you're gonna need to do is not plug it in and start it up. Take it, put it on a level surface like this, and let it sit for approximately at least 8 hours, my opinion, 12 hours or more. Let this run, let this cool, settle down, let all the fluid settle where it's supposed to, because in the process it moves fluid to gas and goes back and forth, and if the fluid's in the wrong spot and gas is in the wrong spot, you may have an issue. Just leave it be for a few hours and then get it started. In eco mode, it's 29 watts, 6 hours. I'm impressed. It means that this thing will last about 6 hours. This fridge is actively cooling. Currently it's at 48 degrees. What's funny is I remember setting this up previously when I ran this, turned it on, it sat at that current temperature, now it's at 47, and then like 20 minutes later it turned off. You can, when it's very quiet, like I had it in the house, and I heard the fridge turn off. I looked over and it was sitting at 36 degrees. It was coming down from 58. Right now it's at 47. I'm running at 29 watts. Whoa. Yeah, 29 watts. It bumped to 30, fluctuating, whatever. But 47 degrees, this is really cool. Now, with this plugged in, I'm gonna go ahead and show you that actually I have enough real estate on cable. Yeah. The nice thing about it is the size of this. I could probably put it on this shelf. But more importantly, I could set this right here and I have more room to shove it back. I just want you to see where it's at, right here. I can still get to it, reach in, get my items, and close it up. It's 46 degrees inside, it's lowering down. And see how it fits inside the Jeep. This is as cool as it gets. So much fluctuating with the solar. It's better just to run solar into a battery and then the battery into this. You can purchase their battery and plug it in. Let me double check to be sure, but I believe their battery has a barrel plug in it, so you can actually even use the same solar panel, do the same thing I'm doing with this battery, but with theirs, which I don't have yet. But what I love is if I can get that to put inside that container, then run the solar into that, everything's self-contained, then I can unplug the solar and still move this while it's still running. And at 222 watt hours, I can run this thing for 4 or 5 hours without plugging it into solar, and then use the solar to charge something else up. All right, so finally we're sitting at, it says it's 26 degrees. I've got this guy right here I just turned on. It says it's 53 degrees, but I knew it's colder than that, and it's getting down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in the fridge and come back a little bit and see what that temperature really is. And there it is, sitting in the fridge. 53.2. Okay. 26 degrees in the fridge. All right. Is it getting colder? 52. All right. So let's see what the temperature is inside. 32.2. Guys, I'm spending a lot of time talking about this because this is what I want to do with my overlanding, camping, whatever you want to call it. I just want to set up a good camping setup so I can utilize everything here. All right, guys. I hope this was helpful for you. I do appreciate your time, and I'm out.